Okay, so here. Hey guys, I'm Tim.
Bob.
And this is the Board Game Rundown, and today we are doing a preview of Thirst. In this game, we are playing, it's 2 to 4 players, and we are playing as vampires, and we're trying to take over the city. So to do that, you're going to have your little coffin, you're going to have blood, and Ichor. I always called it Ichor.
I always called it Ichor.
In the video, I heard it pronounced Ichor.
Yeah, it's not like they might have had an accent in that video.
Yeah,
so they could have been like, it's like the difference between aluminum and aluminium.
Yeah. So it sounds like Ichor to me.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the blood is interesting. So at the beginning of the day, you're going to lose a blood, and then you're going to fill up your Ichor, and then you're going to spend your Ichor to do actions. So like moving around the city, hunting in the city, things like that. Potentially even making ghouls and vampires.
Yeah.
I'll let you talk more about that because you did some of that, more of that in our game when we played. But yeah, so then you might, if you have dominance over certain sections of the city, you're going to get those things during the day. But at night, you're pretty much running around and trying to get thralls and then maybe turning them into vampires, which is going to then give those vampires
extra abilities. Yeah. So as you are hunting and you initially pick your prey, they will just be thralls, and they're kind of like on your side of your board over here. But then you can just drain them of blood, and they become just a body in the middle of the street you have to deal with. Or you can turn them into a ghoul if you spend enough Ichor, or you can take the thrall back to the graveyard and then transfer some of your Ichor to them and turn them into a vampire. And like Tim was saying, either way, it's basically creating another person that you have on the board that can just do tasks for you, like disposing of bodies, trying to stake vampires that are sleeping.
That hurts.
Yeah. And then they can also like move your coffin around. So like say you want to get another part of the city, you can say, hey, take me that way, and they'll move your coffin for you, or your opponent's coffin, and kind of get them out of the territory.
Yeah, at least that's the way we played it.
Yeah, because it just said move a coffin. So I was trying to use my ghoul to move Tim's coffin.
It was annoying.
Yeah, out of my territory, so I could then claim the dominance in the areas to gain more influence. So.
And yeah, like Bob said, it's if we leave a body in the street, there's a consequence card that can come up. If there's other things, if you hunt too much in an area, like in a single night, consequence cards are going to come out.
Yep.
There's also things you can do where if you fill up like a whole thing, there's a flaming skull on the bottom of that card. Your last one, you're going to get a dark power, and that's going to give you basically an option. You could spend your Ichor to then like get either
almost
an
like
ongoing ability or a
yeah.
one-time thing. So some stuff like that.
Yep.
Also, some of the thralls, if you kill them, not only will they leave a dead body, but some have the potential
to give you a dark power as well.
also give you a dark power as well.
Correct.
And kind of an interesting thing is when you are praying, depending on the area, it's going to determine how many prey cards you draw. So you're going to draw based on the number there minus the Ichor that is on the card, right? So the
more you're there hunting, the fewer people are around for you to hunt.
Populous.
So it's thematic, right?
And then it's kind of a luck of the draw. So these cards are going to have like 1 to 3 heartbeats, at least the ones we saw on the back. That's how much blood that card's going to start with, assuming it's a person. You're going to pick which one you're going to go after. You're going to draw it, and then you're going to populate that card. But there are some cards in here which are
away.
Like unassailable. No, they run. So you might have to burn an extra Ichor to catch them and get a blood. Otherwise, you're going to escape, and then you're going to draw a consequence card.
Yep.
The consequence cards get really annoying. And
they hit everybody.
Real pain in the neck.
Get it?
If you, at the start of your turn, you don't have enough blood to spend, you have to spend 1 blood to stave off your thirst. If you don't have enough blood, you go into a frenzy and you drain all of your thralls.
Yeah.
Which almost happened to me, but thankfully I had some neighborhoods that I was able to draw some blood from.
Correct. There you go.
But yeah, basically you're just going to keep doing that. You're going to and keep trying to gather influence, whether they are in your thralls or in the neighborhoods. And when you get to 10, you win.
Yep.
But yeah, there's some interesting things you can do by creating the other vampires, give you extra actions.
The thralls do stuff during the day phase.
And then, yeah, the ghouls during the day
I enjoy the aesthetic, like a lot of the art and stuff. I thought was really neat, like in the the dark alleyways and stuff.
I
or, like,
appreciated the
dark
vibe and
power.
the feel.
Yeah, the vibe is very cool.
They did give you a Spotify playlist. I didn't check that out yet,
okay.
but that could be interesting
Sure.
to do. That was just like a QR code on the instructions. But I mean, that's really the game. I think that this would be quick and easy to get started and taught. There's pretty good iconography on here. You will need to consult the rule book for some like clarifications on some things.
Yeah, but the basic turn flow, it's like, everybody will end up doing all their night phases, and then everybody will do all their day phases, and then just keeps going. All the night phases, all the day phases.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And they give you this nice token that, at least in the prototype copy, where you flip and it breaks down everything you can do, and then you pass it, and then when everybody's done all their night phases, it goes to the day phase.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, that's the game. I feel like with even up to 4 players, it's gonna fit within that hour.
For sure.
Because it escalates very quickly once.
Once you started getting some extra people to help you.
Lots of actions, and you're filling out that city with all the tiles. But that's the Thirst. So this will be coming to crowdfunding soon, I believe, on Kickstarter. If any of these things sounded interesting, check it out. It's an interesting theme, and we did like the
vampire area control.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds cool. You would have had. I was interested. I actually asked reached out about trying to do some content for them based on the description
that they had on it.
Yeah, because I thought that sounded a lot like a lot of fun. But yeah, you're gonna build up powers. You're gonna be spreading your influence because you're turning a bunch of people into thralls, vampires, and ghouls. Anything else you'd like to add before we wrap up?
No, don't think so.
Yeah. All right. Well, Thirst, check it out. And for the Board Game Rundown, I've been Tim. Cover your necks. We'll see you next time.